Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hey, it's Shahid again. I'm here to talk about whatever random thoughts I have on my mind because I don't have a subject to go over. One thing I have to mention first is Alice in Borderland Season 3 just came out yesterday, and I finished that season like that. I watched the first episode of Season 3 yesterday. I said, you know what, this is really good, but I can wait it out a few days. I'll finish it within the week. But no, that's not how it works. You gotta binge a show. That's how we're built in today's time in society. There's no more patiently waiting. There's just one episode down, next episode to go. I was way too tired to finish the last episode, so I finished it this morning. You know what it is. You're a zombie. We're zombies when shows come out. We don't want to get off our computer or our TV, and we're just staring into the screen. Thoughts on the show? I thought it was really good. I feel it's always hard to connect with a season or a series when they get rid of all the old characters and they have to kind of develop new ones. It was good. I enjoyed it. I was missing the old characters, of course, but if you write a series really well and you develop the characters really well and you keep us entertained, we quickly connect to those characters. You start rooting for them and you start wanting to see them on screen more. If you haven't seen the show, skip. They do end up seeing old characters in the last episode, like really at the end of the show. And it was really nice to see it, but I was like, man, I want to see more. I'm always like that. There's so many shows, like Weak Hero Class 1. I love that K-drama. Such a good one. It's really about this introverted kid who doesn't make any friends, and he ends up making friends. He seems like this weak character who could get bullied, but in reality, he can fight. He's strong. He's just not strong in the typical sense. He uses his intelligence to fight off the bullies. And again, if you haven't seen the show, skip. His bestie in the first season ends up being in a coma at the end of that series. So the second season, you see all these new characters that become besties with the main character. When you're introducing new characters, it's risky because you have an audience of people who have already connected and fell in love with the old ones. So if you don't find a strong way of introducing them and getting us to really connect with them, getting us to love their personalities and whatever else they got going for them, then you're not gonna have a very happy audience. I think they did such an amazing job of representing the new friendships and these different personalities and how they complement each other. I'm saying all this to say at the end of the second season, spoiler, I was just waiting the whole season to see what happened to the character that ends up in a coma. They took their sweet time. They showed us at the end, like a snippet of what I've been waiting for. He woke up, they had a moment. He saw his bestie wake up and he was so happy. But I was like, they barely exchanged words. I think that was the whole point. Wait for the third season is what they're trying to tell us. No, I waited 2 years to see the perfect reunion of these characters. Y'all did me wrong. Y'all did me so wrong. My mom, she looked at me like I was crazy this morning because I saw Cheshire, which is one of the old characters in the first season of Alice in Borderland, in the end of this third season. And I got so excited. I was like, oh my God, ah! And so were the other characters. My mom was like, Shed, calm down. What is wrong with you? I was like, Mama, you don't see what's happening? She's like, you crazy. I have so much on my mind, you don't understand. I need to have a podcast. I need to sit down with a friend and let it all out. Let it all out. I sit with these thoughts day in and out. I would communicate them to myself. I would say them out loud or imagine saying it out loud in a conversation. And then it just sits in my head. What else can I talk about? I'm working on a series called The Muslima Chronicles and currently working on interviewing some amazing, inspiring, beautiful Muslim women, mashallah alayhin. I already know this, but I continue to realize how difficult filmmaking is with no money. It is not easy. You have to be very resourceful, innovative, and then just lucky, honestly. I gotta have good people around me. Well, I don't believe in luck. I believe in fate. So I'm praying constantly. With money, you still have the same problems and you run into the same issues, but you have more resources because you have money to pay people. Just makes things much easier in terms of solidifying crew members, location, all of the above. If you're interested, and I think you've already checked out the first couple of episodes, if you have not, check it out. The way that we're amplifying these stories is just gonna create such a amazing representation of who Muslim women actually are. And I've said this a bajillion times. The narrative of Muslim women being oppressed, being meant for just the home and having no place contributing to society, guiding people into being leaders, that is just not true. And I have met spectacular women who have proved those stereotypes wrong. Please, guys, donate. I am creating a campaign for this series and inshallah looking to raise $20,000 to create 5 high quality episodes for the Muslim Chronicles that will be released in Ramadan 2026. If you're interested in just donating $10, do that. If you're interested or you know any organizations that are willing to sponsor an episode, reach out, DM me, email honeyblackbirdfilms@outlook.com. Don't judge me because it's a Hotmail or Outlook email, okay? I don't need to hear it. Email me, contact me, and inshallah it'll be something I can work with and collaborate with an organization to truly bring these episodes to life. Back to our program. I wanna do my own hot takes. If y'all know the guy from Subway Takes, let me know. I wanna be on his show. I wanna be on the podcast with Mehdi Hassan. I know that I have succeeded when I'm on Hot Ones, and I hate spicy food. I cannot do spicy wings, and I feel like it would be torture. But being on those shows and those platforms, I feel like would be so fun. Sitting down and chatting about my values, sitting down and chatting about something important. I watched a video with Kareem, the guy who does Subway Takes. You can tell like a lot of the reels that he does when he's talking to people, I don't agree with all of the stuff. It has some sort of message. He had Mu'taz on there talking about how the pen that's mightier than the sword, but it was so cool. And I want to be on there with a take, but I feel like my take would be kind of random or bummy. I was like thinking of one. I don't know if I should say it because my parents are going to be very disappointed. Well, there's a lot of takes actually. One that I thought of recently was I feel like you have more sad days when you get older, but I also feel like that's not true. I feel like it's very true and not true at the same time. So I'd probably reject my own take. I feel like the more adult responsibilities you have, the more depressed and sad days you have in your life. You're just like, why do I feel more sad throughout the year than I have before? My friend said it had something to do with being over 25. I'm 26. And then that means your frontal lobe stopped developing and you just got a lot on your mind. But I don't know. I have so many more takes, but I feel like that would just be an episode by itself. I think I've expressed enough random thoughts today. If you want to check out more, hopefully in my next video, it'll be more specific and I'll have more of a theme and topic to go over. I really want to do one where I go over some of my favorite shows when I was younger. Like when you're 4, I loved Teletubbies. I don't know why. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum, Jum'ah Mubarak, love thy neighbor, and whatever else will get your boat flowing until next week. Bye.